Oh, I'm hoping. Well, it's an experiment. This is all a big experiment to see what will happen. And by experiment, I mean I'm only going to let this sit here for a little bit. I gotta wait for everyone to get back in, anyways. Oh, King Duck shit. What must I do to appease thee? I know, I'll apologize to you. I am sorry, King Duck shit. There, that should be good enough. I mean, I hope you. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I might as well just fight through it. I'm hoping the new stream title is
I do
appealing.
About the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people.
I'm thinking he doesn't.
Absolutely fine, Mainfort.
Yeah, I'm thinking we may have brought about a curse upon our lands. We've been cursed by King Duckshit. I'm also just gonna fight through it. I'm trying something out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, whatever. Right now, though, I'm just going to worry about getting all the way to where we need to go. But I'll keep an eye on the stream and... Yeah, that's pretty much all I could do. I just keep an eye on the stream. I had myself some ramen for din-dins. Wasn't too bad. I got this, it's like a chicken yakisoba ramen. Just put enough water on in it, microwave it, then you put the seasoning. It's pretty good. I'm sure there are better options. It's what I could get for cheap. Maybe. He's listening. Please, duck shit. Yeah, I wonder who that was. They're a pretty cool dude, that's for sure. Heck yeah. I don't like the idea of having to reset the stream, but hey, it's doing better than yesterday, and I've learned to knock on wood here. If there's no wood available. Every time he comes in, I always learn something new. When Bennett comes in, I should say. I've noticed that. Always something new. Those silly British teaching us things. Us Americans. Oh. How horrible.
Time to scout.
Grabbing these waypoints will be very helpful for later on. I'd rather get them now while I'm putting. Just sputtering, glaring, and staring at my Streamlabs. I won't know entirely what I did fix the issue until I stream tomorrow. I'll know then. But for now, it's just, it's... You're telling me. All I want to do is stream, dude. I just want to roll around the forest with cute girls and whatnot. While beating up bad guys and doing quests. And talking to people. Dang it. But I am, like you, Dan, is more than likely just Comcast throttling it. There's probably some that I'm not aware of. Again, the ISP would be a freaking headache. We'd be better. There can only be one. But the thing is, though, even with the issues I had yesterday, it like chilled out after a bit. It was still being fucky, but it did chill out. That's what I'm hoping is gonna happen. Like after a little bit, it just chills out.
We finally made it to Caravan. This tall. It's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
It's pretty.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Daddy has returned.
Over here.
Yeah.
That way. Let's hurry up and follow him.
I honestly don't expect the buffering to go away for a while. I'm just hoping and just power on through and do what we can.
How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
More Eremite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless.
I'm hoping so
You should
too.
have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
This is like the third day in a row. I'm pretty sure I did this on Thursday as well a little bit. If I
There's no
remember
need to thank
correctly.
me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors.
Don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh,
We're going to the
so you've
Slamer.
already landed yourselves on the Academia's hit list.
Yeah.
I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Yeah, I remember you
Right,
mentioned something about that.
You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer. Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some Divine Al-Ahmar use the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
No.
Oh, Hatham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
Ah, that does give a little bit more, doesn't it? You're right.
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the Academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right?
We don't know a dang thing. Dang it, I thought there was less than that. Nice.
Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own.
Oh, heck yeah.
Speaking of,
80K,
you
cool.
two are also headed to the desert?
That's right. We have the same plan as you. But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
Oh, shh. Sure, we could go there.
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Give me my waypoint. I want the waypoints. Nom 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 nom. Delicious waypoint. Hum nom nom nom. Oh, hello, desert. We are back, but more importantly, we're back on official business this time instead of unofficial business. Yo, we're all back actually. Welcome back. Don't mind me, I am just continuously glaring at my other monitor, hoping that the storm of stupidity from the ISP has subsided. At the very least, when I was researching stuff, I think I found a way to keep them from tracking. Yeah, stay! I think I found a way to, at the very least, keep Comcast from tracking how much upload I'm using. But I won't know if it'll work until either tomorrow or when next month comes around and it resets. But that'll be logistics I can figure out on my own time. For now, let's just enjoy the fact that I've been able to just continuously stream for a little bit.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check it out!
Cutscene.
Wow!
Here comes the boy. Yeah.
Simon. Unless my memory fails me, we
Anubis
have
boy.
spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia.
Bark, bark.
Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
What?
Judgment?
He's a good
So
boy.
that's how you'd
A
characterize
punny
actions
good
here,
boy.
is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who's that, Al-Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
They don't have an... Actually, they might have a name. Hold on. Doth thou have a name, kitty? You do not. Unless I want to call you Polyester, or Surface, or material. Hey, he doesn't have a name. He's hanging out on my shoulder, though. New shoulder buddy. And it's not a duck, because the duck won't stay on my shoulder very well.
Has Alhaitham done something wrong? Hyman doesn't think he's as
Polyester.
I won't waste my breath explaining
It's Polly and then last name Esther.
Alhaitham. I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're
I
hiding
saw
in
it
your
during our
person.
fight. Take it out.
Unless you want
Show
to
me your
retrieve it for
bubblegum.
myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes Amatra's senses.
Okay, when you put in the context instead of divine capsule, it's bubblegum.
The divine knowledge capsule? Didn't
That
it fall
works.
into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
That all worked out just fine. Polyester. There we go. That's your new name now, little buddy. Polyester.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious.
Take
What
it
does
out.
this capsule mean to you?
Oh,
And
okay.
why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
I
They
should have
know.
known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh. What you would do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
I say we bonk them both and sort it out later.
Well, look at you two.
Oh,
acting all
great.
tough and
Another
self-righteous
challenger has
over there.
arrived.
Wait, Dia?
Hi, Dia.
Great, finally someone that we can trust. You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen,
She wants
I
to
know
watch,
the academic
too.
types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village?
There we go. You can
Seems
see
like
him a lot better on that
someone's
shoulder.
gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
A third challenger has entered. There's now 3 of them. Fight, fight, fight. Mommy Dia and Daddy Alhaitham are fighting against Uncle Alhaitham or Uncle Sino. Wood. They're still looking for an opportunity to attack.
Did either of you hear a word I just said?
I mean, I did pull for her on my main account because of that. Her fighting style, not that great. Her appearance,
So strong. Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away.
real good.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Yeah, man, what's up with this sandstorms?
All of you, over here, quickly!
A new character has arrived.
Someone's calling for us. Oh, this wind is too strong. Let's get over there.
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you Academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
Give me a headache. Stop yelling. Jeez. Y'all are just big dummies anyways. Ugh. They're still glaring at each other. Okay, one of them's still glaring. The other one's just dealing with the glares. And now it's awkward.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who
Everyone's got
can't
eyes
limb
for him.
limb?
I mean, you see his
Why not?
pecs.
Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Cutie color guy.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow.
Another mommy has entered.
She's so gentle and
Although she's more
kind.
like an older... Yes,
She's a
Paimon,
nice
older sister.
Unlike those guys over there.
Yeah, they're big
Alright.
punks.
Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us.
Sis is laying down the law.
Have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Are they chill? Do they know how to play cards?
On second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
No. Sounds like what an older sister would say to get
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia.
siblings to cooperate.
Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I'm on the same mindset as Paimon. What is happening?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself.
Something's wrong.
While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my
Paimon's
whereabouts,
slowly activating new brain
it's not
cells,
because I've
apparently.
been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data
Character
missing in
development
Academia's project
in
planning and
my
development
gotcha
files.
game?
What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
What a scumbag.
So they really are up to no good.
Who judges
I
the
realized
judges?
then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the
Geo
truth,
mattered for a whole 2
I will
minutes.
administer judgment by my own name.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages.
I mean, hold on. Someone had brought this up in a post, and you've actually brought up a good point. Let me get the characters here. I'll swish this on over. Oh shit. Ba blah 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 blah. So yeah, here we got the Animo characters, we got the Cryo characters, Electro, Dendro just came out. We got Pyro. We got Hydro. And Geo doesn't even have doesn't even go to the second layer. Oh. And the only one you could really get for free is Noelle. And the Geo Traveler, but yeah. I know, right? Oh, it's sad and disappointing. I'm hoping they do something about it. It would be great if they really did.
Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
Oh man, Geo's like good for one thing. It's getting shields on you, and even then, you gotta make sure you build them perfectly for it. Otherwise, their shields are just garbage.
Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
What?
Like many parts of the project,
Betrayal!
this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Alhaitham?
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at
Guaranteeing
all.
myself somehow.
Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know.
We're getting to the point where I'm like familiar with the story, so I've already seen these parts. They're still somewhat fresh in my mind.
Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end,
I'll bring you back later.
I realized
Don't worry,
my
buddy.
wisdom in
You know what?
committing to this
I'll put you on the
rather than
hook here.
collaborating with the sages.
Think you
Had
stay
I
up there,
been
bud?
less guarded,
Yeah.
I probably would have
okay.
ended up like that Ainul Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
Holy shit.
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
It does. Yeah, it definitely helps with keeping damage reduced, if anything.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebot as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
Like, I know Noelle's shield, if you get her up there, it can be pretty good.
Because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied.
It also heals too, I forgot about that.
After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
It also kills cats.
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
For now, he says
As
for
you
now.
wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings.
See
And
what
now
happens when you
Dia.
talk?
I
Wow.
believe it's your turn.
Yeah, Tia.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all?
Uh,
Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
oh,
That's
thanks.
more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Spooky noises.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
That'd be most appreciated.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah.
Nice.
From to Candace.
Got that
Don't
money
worry,
on back.
She's as tough as they come.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's true.
The winds died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right.
Oh, that
let's go.
delicious Mora.
We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
All as chatty as the floor. Dendrite. Bark, 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 bark. Oh no, and what was the other one? Aww. No, you're cute. Was there a chest or a book in here? There is not. I am slightly disappointed by that. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well. That's what the fox says. Oh whoa, 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 whoa. I got the waypoint here. Yeah, I did. Okay. Cool, cool. Meow. Wait. Can I actually do the thing I was looking at before here? I don't think I could do it on this lamp. Nope. Not on that lamp. Alright. That's okay.
Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yeah, they're
Yes.
spoopy. I don't want them
They
around
just
here.
keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated.
Your stamina is something
Before I
else.
realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Ah, here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
Go!
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Time to bonk. Bonk protocol initiated. Carry dogs.
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day.
It does just poof out of nowhere, huh?
Now's our chance.
Now, I hate these enemies because they make you bleed. And there's nothing to stop it. Except a heal.
Providing cover fire.
By royal decree. Here comes another wave. When are they ever gonna let up?
Oh, is that the Hu Tao? Yo, yo, what's up? Learn the dodge. Never!
The villagers stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
What we fought just now was probably the
I can
aftermath of the
dodge.
sandstorm.
Nah, they give off an aura
So we should
bleed,
be
which
safe for the
is
time being.
horrid.
Well
It
fought, everyone.
is.
No
Don't put me in a
injuries, I
box,
hope.
please. I'm not a zombie. I promise you.
Who are you?
I may play as one, but I'm not a zombie.
Apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet.
The one and only.
Taking care of the village's elderly and children.
We got a celebrity.
I
Hello
am the
there.
chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me.
No, she put you in a
Aru.
box. Don't do it.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if some
You want me
sandstorms
put
are
in a
common?
box? No.
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena
Everything's
are
being
related
caused
to
by the
withering
withering. Huh.
of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering.
Maybe if we just go up to Irminsul and say stop withering, it'll stop.
And sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything
anyone
in the
tried
natural
that?
world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms
If
can
only,
only
yeah.
be a reflection of Irminsul's
Excuse
present
me,
state.
supernatural tree, can you
Everyone
stop
in our
withering?
village needs
Thanks.
to take good care of themselves.
Appreciate it.
Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your
Maybe.
curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the academia. Most of them are
Maybe,
scholars who lost their
possibly,
sanity
who knows?
after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars.
Ooh.
So,
Have a
They're forcibly
good
exiled to the
night,
desert.
then, Utah. Thank you
Would
for
you ask
coming
me?
on by and saying
It's all
hi and
boatload of
hanging for a
nonsense.
bit. Get those sweet dreams.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
I'll help you.
Because
I volunteer
they're
as tribute.
reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound.
Yeah.
But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates.
Hey, some
Let's start by
praise
finding a
from
spot
Dog
to share
Boy.
what we know so far.
Punny dog. That's what Sino is, a punny dog. Arf, arf, pun, pun. He doesn't bark, he just puns. Pun, pun. That was not a sand pile? Really? I guess it would be a bit more obvious if it was. Oopsie.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Yeah, is that like a hat or is it a ear covering?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident.
It's not what I asked,
The
but
Academia
okay.
has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here.
The real
When mad
question.
scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down.
They're incoherent. They can't speak. Do they like just speak in binary? They just 0101101110110.
The people of Aru Village greatly
They've gone
resented having
mad.
to
Quick,
take in
bring
the
them to
mad
the
scholars.
village.
But a strange incident one night changed that.
Oh no, it's spreading. 0.
Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief
Is
of
that
the
why the village
village
looks like as it
was
does now?
preparing to
Because
take
it
everyone
does
to
look like an
safety.
earthquake may have hit it at some point.
Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground.
Interesting.
In the end, not a single building collapsed.
That man
no
was a
one was hurt.
druid.
After that, the people of Aru Village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
A soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru Village? What Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru Village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the Academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Interesting.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess
Just
much more
smash the
information than I
keyboard.
do.
Skip!
What do you make of the story?
That's called this one likely came from that one.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yeah, man, it's true.
What? You don't believe us?
That too.
Lesser
Just
Lord
just
Kusanali was definitely
click
using
away.
the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
click and mash, click and
No.
mash.
It's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning.
Oh man,
Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon.
the ramen coming on back
Is
up.
she really active in Sumeru?
Yeah.
The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never
Paimon
had any
swore.
reason to doubt their views. In
I
addition,
mean, she does swear.
I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god.
I think I
that
know what
never
part you're
existed.
on. if that came up,
Definitely exist! She's a... How should Paimon put it?
because I know she
Good
does swear because she
Archon
got
who's
scared
kind
at something.
and wise, even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
She also saved me once not long ago.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then
Yeah,
you should know that they're telling
that's
the
it.
truth.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yeah, we got her autograph.
How
You
can
want
this
one?
be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation.
You
But easier
betcha.
said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
And offering pamphlets and cookies.
Excuse me.
The pamphlets are about
you here to
cookies.
help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
Yeah, who are you kids? Scram. No one cares about
By
your
the
grand.
sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isaac.
You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
I want cookies too, actually. I don't
The
even
person
care what
you're
kind. I
referring
just want
to
cookies.
is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Yeah, nerd.
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family.
Grandpa's grandpa.
I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Hazen wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa.
Yeah.
Him.
You don't need to take him for
Sorry,
questioning or
I
anything.
was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
Sino, please
All
help
right.
him. I'll give you cookies.
But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Or candy. Look out for Gran. Gran's gonna get you. I'm going into the wrong direction. Okay. Meow. Time to go upstairs. Uh-huh. Gran's gonna get you. Fatten you up. That's why I made all these
Sino is
cookies.
super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Maybe.
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes.
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's
God
parents
wants
were both
granddad so
eremite
bad,
mercenaries
dang.
who rarely returned to the village after finding
Not his
employment
real
in the
granddad.
city.
Oh wait, spoilers.
He
Oh
was
gosh.
raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns
Okay, it was
caring
only
for him so
spoilers
he
for
could
like a
survive.
minute.
Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak
Like, oh my
referred to the
god,
man as his
spoiler.
grandpa,
Don't spoil
he was
it.
afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night,
It's like that milk I bought
Bob's
yesterday. It's all
rumbling and
spoiled.
bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him.
Who
However,
are you again?
even so, Grandpa retained his calm
Yes, the
expression.
very same story you're skipping. I'm
It's said
spoiling.
that those who saw the scholar claimed he no
How
longer
dare
appeared
I?
to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking.
Whoa,
Isak was
dude.
thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It Seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Lucid Grandpa.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Esau keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Yay!
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Thank Candace. We'll do our best.
Hey, Isak! Oh, it's you guys! We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa. Really? Wow!
Beep to the
Thank you
boop bop.
so
Let's find your
much.
grandpa.
Yeah!
Alright. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Okie dokie, Smokey. Hey! Part 3 complete. On to part 4. Beep boop. Onwards.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
Hello, fellow meat sack. Tell us where the scholars went.
Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's gross.
Okay. Did
Don't
you
eat that
notice
stuff.
anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna be a level. Yes, yes it is.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes.
I actually didn't realize that would be the case.
You look like a real fighter.
You look
Don't
like
change
a
the subject.
fighter.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak.
How'd you not
That
notice
nice
him?
man who
Is he?
looks like
He's
a
not that
Grandpa's
small.
long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Thanks, lady. Oh, the kitty ran. Oh, I'm sorry. I scared your hubby away. Oh, sorry, kitty. There's normally two cats there. One of them runs off if you get too close. There's the hidden chest. Oh, I haven't done my teapot today. Oh, heck. Excuse me, I'm just gonna go and dip my feet on into my teapot. Nice and warm. Warm and toasty.
We have put...
I had completely forgotten. Whoopsie! I'll just pick up my new furniture and make some more. There we go. Done. I know it's sometime after the Leowick quest. And at rank AR 20 or 25? Something like that. Actually, is there a special vendor here today?
If you ever have...
We should probably check that before. Oh, there is! Let me go see what they're buying and what they're selling. No, don't eat the kitty! You can eat birds, but you shouldn't eat kitties.
The one before you is known as...
Birds love being yeeted.
Ah.
Oh, I don't have that one yet. Not unlocked. What? After completing the Sun Wheel in Mount Kana? What the heck? That's the first time I've seen that. Fine, I guess I won't buy that one. Another kitty added to the collection. I think that's the first time I've seen a warning on there telling me, hey, you can't do that. What is down here? Oh, okay. Alright. Back on. Oh, no, not to Mondstadt. Sumeru. Yeah. Yeah, birds are okay to be. Don't be doing cats. Unless they're into that, then do it. Eat the kitty.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while.
It's been a while.
The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any
Don't
of the
be
food
doing
I prepared,
cats.
despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. It might explain why she's always mad at me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing.
Yeah, thanks,
You're
man.
looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
It's all true. Every last bit of it.
Good.
True.
Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Are you the true?
Wow, what a nice guy. Okay, thank you, sir.
Huh?
What is this, I know? What is it, boy?
Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Act 4 has begun. Wonderful. Wunderbar. Oh no.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever.
Hold on, I'm wondering if I can. It's been a while since I've watched this movie. Let's see if I can pop this up. Hullabaloo and howdy do. It's Cloud Atlas coming for you.
No blade can protect you from the true truth. The true truth.
True? You want the true? Ain't the true? Reminder me what's the true?
If you compel bone in my life, you burn about the true.
The true. That movie was
Delavar was saying that many people also
interesting.
went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's
For
civilization
better
in
or
ancient
worse.
times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and King Deshret. Isn't it a sign of King Deshret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for King Deshret's resurrection.
Oh no!
Huh.
We gotta
Now that you
stop
say
him.
it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Yeah.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Slowly and painfully.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
Where'd you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
I'm full Power Ranger.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh,
For
okay,
this guy, that
sir.
guy, or those guys.
What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about King Deshret's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that King Deshret will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
He's swearing.
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for King Deshret's speedy return. Delavar also said that once King Deshret returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under King Deshret and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that
How dare
so?
you not use your hurt and injured arm to do the Pledge of Allegiance?
Got it! At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumor said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like
Guilty!
King
Everyone to
Deshret.
the guillotine!
Just like the Dendro
Ching, ching,
Archon.
ching, ching.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
Haven't
Radical
run into him over
person,
the past few days,
bro.
so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's
Nah, man, we
really
haven't
not
seen him
here
at
right
all,
now.
man.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it.
Yes,
We'll do just
sir.
as you say.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Sino spooky. Sino go wurf, wurf, wurf. Everyone listen.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh,
I heard that.
sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places. Very well.
Isak! I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
I am the here.
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Can tell that's from a low papa, very high papa, but it's definitely. Reason, yeah, pretty much. Very petty reasons to feel empowered. I'm actually trying to think, because we went to the same school. I'd say like mid-pop.
He likes to be alone.
Not like.
Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze.
Actually, I don't even know what would be considered a high pop high school.
Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear.
I do remember our high school was built by a prison architect. That's one of the things I'll remember. And there was totally a pool on the roof. Oh, geez. Then, yeah, we had definitely a higher pop. I think, like, in every class there was at least 18 to 20-ish plus kids in it.
There sure isn't much here.
What's that smell? It's teen spirit.
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you getting dizzy?
That was the joke for like all of our years in high school. There was a pool on the roof, and we would tell all the New Year's when they came in, yeah, did you know there's a pool on the roof? And it just passed along. We just passed along the goof.
So, you know Tainari?
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Yes.
Very close friends.
Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too?
Okay.
No, no need.
Yeah, I think altogether at the school it was like almost 1,000, maybe.
Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
Gotcha.
In the forest. From a scholar.
In the forest. I remember you from the forest. In the mountains. Well, let's see here. Where's the scent at, yo? Oh my goodness, yeah. That's definitely low pop if they had to do that. Yeah, I think our high school had... It was... Oh dear. It was 8th grade through 12th grade. And then they put 8th grade back into the middle school at some point. So it was just 9 through 12. Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. It would have been around that point, around that much.
What are you looking for, Sino?
But yeah, then they moved them all back to the middle school.
Take a look right here.
Get them Rugrats out of here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
I can't even remember the reason why they did that. It was one of those things I just never asked because we were on our way out.
Here. From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite faint, but still extant.
That makes even more sense why they would consolidate them all together.
But who would come
Make it
looking
a little
for
easier.
Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
You fall for all that thing. You get lured away by food all the time.
Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense.
Okay.
Since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge.
Gotcha.
Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa. So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh.
So they're luring out old people with scents.
Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him. Sounds like we
Incense.
get him back. Don't you worry, Isa.
They're using incense to trick old people into leaving.
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
And then we'll bring them home. And then we'll teach them how to fish. Why? Because it sounds like fun. I want to see if one of them falls in. I'm not a horrible person. I just want to know if they could actually learn it. You know the saying, teach a man the fish, he eats forever. That way we don't have to worry about the old people. We'll teach them the fish. Oh my gosh, you're right.
The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better.
Remember that one year we had
My choice
I don't like fish. Oh.
We're back, Candace. We've got a lot to tell you.
Remember that one year we all banded together to oust the superintendent?
Welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too.
You bet. So, everything
Yeah,
goes smoothly?
I remember we worked together with some of the other teachers to oust the superintendent because he was horrible. He was not doing his job well.
I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating.
I think
with you.
it's just the flavor is different. Yeah, you know, one tastes like fruit punch, the other one tastes like cough syrup. It's all the same. Teach man if fish eats for life, and if he eats for life, he's immortal.
Someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it. But
yeah, you know what?
there aren't many
Fair.
scholars still studying around
That's
these
more
parts.
like it.
No,
No, blood of the incense is fruit punch, right? And sewer water's cough
Not to mention
syrup.
making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
So what should
Oh my gosh, yeah, he was the you brought him down, nice.
If it was any
Yes,
other
that
day,
was his
would
name.
be
It
a
was
nice
Dr.
step.
Pope.
But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip. Didn't you say that the
No
villagers
joke.
has news from the
We had
tavern?
a superintendent
Well,
whose
I
name was
also like to
Dr.
drink at the
Pope.
tavern, so I know a thing or two
And
about these
nobody
radicals
liked him. The teachers didn't like him. The students didn't like him. We got to the point where we're like, yeah.
Yeah.
I had
Delavar,
completely
the
forgotten
scarlet
that was his
bandit,
name until you
Edgar,
brought
the
that up,
wide-eyed
Billy.
butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts.
My goodness, high school.
These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the academia.
Stunlocked.
Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia, you're amazing! You really know this place inside and out.
That's right. That's what it was for. It was embezzling. That's right. It was on the tip of my tongue. I couldn't remember what they had got him on. You just got...
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold
Look
on,
upon
you're
his
staying
visage.
right
He
here,
is
Sino.
just astounded.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand
Fair
out
enough.
here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here.
King Duck shit.
Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust. I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Thankfully, I
Good.
started to
We've got a
remember it
plan.
a lot
The
easier.
Traveler and Paimon will go to
Travel.
Caravan Rebot
There we
with
go.
me, and we'll try our best
I
to
think it
figure out
is
where
the
Mad Scholars
what
are
you had
being
said.
hidden.
Just think
Sino,
gerbil.
you'll have to
I
stay at
think
the
that's why
village
it
and
gets
continue
into my
investigating on
head
your
and made
own.
me remember it.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Tulip. Oh yeah, it's Tulip now. Fuck. Heck. Holy, he took that much? Oh my god. Good. I'm glad they got him. Holy crap. Jeez.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's
2
amazed
million.
every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even
And that's from, like, the whole district, too.
I know what
It's
you mean.
insanity.
I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms?
And does it really taste like
It was
chocolate?
only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us.
Us weirdos.
Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their
Savages,
whim.
even.
We're cheap labor,
Uh-huh.
like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate.
That was,
Even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
that was, what you guys did the walkout for, right? I know I didn't participate in that, but I had seen you guys do that.
That's terrible.
Because I know you guys are, like,
down this
all
wall
gotten
with my own
together
hands
and they'll
like
walk out, like, towards the end of the day of school and went down the town hall. I don't know if it was for that or for some... We've done, like, 2 walkouts. There was one walkout and there was one sit-in that we did after lunch at one time. I remember that one was specifically for one of our assistant principals, but I think the walkout was for the Dr. Pope stuff.
Hey, Thea. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Gotta catch those criminal scums.
Caravan Rebot is crawling with people,
Tulip.
so be careful what you say.
Tulip,
We don't want
tulip.
anyone to find out what we're here for. Our
Tulips.
mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
Long and short of it, high school is wild. It has calm moments, it has what the heck were we doing moments.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
Dang it.
You don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
That guy knows you.
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
How do they always know? Nice to meet you.
Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely
You
see
didn't
any
think we'd
outlanders
try,
being
but we
respected
did.
nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those
So it
people
was
on
for
the
that.
other
Okay.
side of the
I
wall.
remember correctly.
So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Edgar, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Yes.
What? I didn't know about that.
Delavar's my
The
friend
fuck?
too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Jeez. Like I said, crazy times. I'm pretty sure I phased through that fence up there. Oh well. It's been so long, I forgot to check. Oh yeah, it was because I was needing face masks, that's right. I have good brain. Brain go good. Meow. Brain smart. Me smart. Me do smart. Smart good. Good smart. I am best smart. Oh, yo.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Yeah, what the heck? What's going on, man? Why are they staring at me?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on, a wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
No.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru
Let's
village?
see.
The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking
I'm trying to
for
remember
Delavar,
that.
I also know that you've teamed up with people from the academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
I know there was like 2 different incidents that happened on the science wing.
Final behind was a mistake.
Yeah, one of them was from a
the
firework.
strongest
That's
one
right.
in the village, didn't you? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
But it was a business deal.
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary
okay.
like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think.
Yeah, it was much earlier in the day. It was more than likely. I don't even remember having a science class that early in the day to remember.
There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the academia.
It was
If that's
always
the
like
case, then I'm
mid
sure
to late
Delavar
afternoon
wouldn't
when I
miss a
had a
second
science
of it.
class.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samio would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Edgar, you're here too, huh?
Look at these nerds.
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary.
She has a
known
name.
The traitors are what us followers of King Deshret despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would
Omen?
understand why King Deshret is greater than the Dendro Archon.
Well, we had
I know
2012.
you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah.
That's
gee,
right.
What a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some basic
Wasn't that like the
rumors?
rape accusation stuff
Anything
that
else
was
I'm
going
missing
on
out
that year?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of
Yep,
street
it was. Okay.
You're not wrong.
Sorry, the rap
Mercenaries are driven
accusations.
by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Now it just sounds like
Get him.
non-serious. The rap accusations.
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Yeah, I remember that was going on.
Following orders.
Engaging.
All right, y'all. I hope you're ready to go flying. Here we go. Pretty.
Leave the wounded to me.
Flim flam, you flim flamming at me. You flim flammer flipper.
Windblade.
Shudder.
I gotcha, I gotcha.
Impossible. How could you?
Yeah, that's why I switched up to
What do you think about
to
your
raps.
meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others.
She
That's what
can't
you thought,
bonk.
right?
She doesn't have the bonk initiative.
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it.
Ugh.
I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
Oofums.
Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa. So
You can do it. You can do it.
Village?
I'll give you some support from the
No
shadows.
task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Vicious looking weirdos.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
Oh, you mean the funny names he mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit,
Oh, yeah. They're being elusive.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how King Deshret is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
King Deshret is so much stronger, like
He's just a
OMG.
numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down. That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
What?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
I don't know.
Wow.
Dio's a genius.
Expert mercenary for ya.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So, that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
Hmm? About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Does that bother you?
Oh my gosh.
What makes you so sure?
I don't remember that one,
Like the Dendro Archon, like
but I feel like that's something that had happened at one point.
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon.
Yeah, high school is such a freaking.
I've heard
The
a lot
only
of nice
real
things
things
about
I
the lesser
remember
folk,
is
Dunyarzad.
TV
I
production
can understand her devotion and gratitude.
and a
Dunyarzad's just
couple
an ordinary
things here
person.
and there, and that's
No
it.
way
That's
God would be so
really all I
involved in the
remember
lives
of high
everyday
school.
people, unless they were truly compassionate. I've begun to realize
Or at
that
least
sages are
the only
behind
thing in my
every
mind will
attack
allow
in
me to
recent
remember
years.
without
The radicals'
any
blind belief in King
some sort
Deshret,
of
making the Dendro
inklings.
Archon out to be an enemy.
Junior year?
It's all
Oh
the academia's
heck no, I
trickery.
don't even remember.
But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
Tie him up, yo.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
She's a great
While I'm
older sister.
questioning them,
Don't get her on her bad side.
Why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow
Well,
morning, Traveler.
sounds good
As
to
for
us.
these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
And wait until the next morning, 6 a.m. Alright, fine. Maybe I will. Like that? Oh, why?
Right on time.
Yeah, that's a good way to have your brain fluctuate and go like, oh yeah, that was the same year my shirt went on fire. The hell?
We'll know any moment now.
Jesus.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong
remember
warrior,
Chason?
she never misuses
Ryan
her powers
Chason?
against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Sino's here. And it's pretty early too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
I remember there was one year he was in the same TV prod as me, and when we grouped up, every time we grouped up, if the weather was nice, we went outside, we went out to Holmes Grove, and he would always, before we started recording anything, he would hit one from his water bottle, and then we'd do it up. And there was one day he hit it like multiple, like once or twice, like 2 or 3 times during our the recording session, one of the videos we were doing. And by the time the next class after that, I had a study with him in the library. So when we got on over there, he was high and I was like, I wasn't like bad off as him, but I had gotten the secondhand smoke and I was like, whoa, dude. Like, I didn't smoke at all during that time. I didn't smoke, I didn't drink, but I remember that day in particular because we were both like out of it for the whole study period. And then by the end of it, I was back to being like, yeah, I'm fine. He was not.
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Persuasive methods, you say?
Come on, let's go inside.
I also remembered the whale that they had. I don't know if it was a joke or not, but I think someone had used it, if you know what I mean.
Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along. I was forced to learn all of the rules.
Yeah, I don't even know if there was a time where he wasn't. But yeah, I don't know if it was a joke or not. I didn't want to ask. I didn't want to know. All I know is the stuffed whale that they had. I'm fairly certain someone used it, if you know what I mean. In the
Do I?
need to get rid of some pent up stress to use it.
Gave it away.
Oh, there's no mask.
No one can confirm or deny, but that was one of the rumors that went around for like a year or two before they finally just.
Perhaps I need to work on my
it kind of faded away.
Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. Absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family.
It was the best best class to have, honestly.
And you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal.
He had to make
Tell me,
new
what would you do to you
class titles because of us. I remember that. We
Mercy! Please have mercy!
our year and the year before
You've
us
made your bed.
kept
We
repeating
may all be desert dwellers,
TV production.
but there's one thing that I understand better than you.
Congrats on the
resurrection of
child
King
fight.
Deshret will only result
Glad you
in
could
war,
get through it.
and war serves no one.
And I would
People
hope
of
it would
our
be
village
easier.
care little about which god
Especially
has
with
power,
Klee. Oh,
and
it will
tolerant,
rip through
but we
him.
wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause
But yeah,
us
I remember he
lose
had to
all
make
that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
like on the record there was only TV prod 1, 2, 3, and 4. There wasn't supposed to be more than that. He went out of his way for us to make sure there was a 5, 6, and 7, and I think he did an 8 as well, just to make sure that on the books and on the record we took his class, even though it wasn't like legitimate, and he knew very well what we were doing. Like, yeah, we're going to TV6. On the record it was. In reality, it was just another TV production class. There was nothing different. It was just show up to your class, do what you need to do, and that was it.
We understand.
As long as you were recording something and did a video or two during that time, and we didn't get in trouble, he didn't care. He didn't care in the slightest.
You might
All he cares about that we were safe, we were working, and we didn't get in trouble. As long as we were fine with that, he was very chill.
Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in King Deshret's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yeah, we'll bonk you.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process. I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike.
That too. Keep
You got a
bottles away
total
from the
of 3.
computer. No bottles whatsoever. They couldn't even be on the floor. If he saw one, he would be like, throw it out. He did not care in the slightest. He was just, he would tell you to go and throw it out or put it away.
Some kind of incense. We take them to a
They were all
outside the
Mac
village.
computers,
Then
so
the
I don't
mystery
blame
guy
the
takes us
guy.
there. You gotta believe me,
It's like
please.
$1,000 per computer.
I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That was indeed the truth.
6 or 7 Mac
Traveler,
computers in
go
that
on.
one room. And that's not even including his own in the office.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. He, that guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself King Deshret's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
What do you mean, old man? What happening? Did you bonk him? You got bonked.
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct,
Oh,
this mystery man they speak
Oh.
of could be from the academia.
That man right there, James. Oh my gosh.
Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take
He was one of the
village keepers
troublemakers.
away. I refused.
Even when he was
insisting
trying his
that
best,
they
he
are
was still a
part of our
troublemaker.
community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they have.
Or, if anything, I should say
Which means
infamous.
It's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in
Really?
the eyes
Oh,
of the
cool.
academia. That changing their plans likely means they
You
found another way
hamster.
to exploit the scholars.
I've only seen and talked to a
top
couple
priority now
people
is
from our
locating the village
graduating
keepers.
class.
You're right. Isaka's still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes.
Try and
Pack
remember a
up and get
couple,
ready to leave.
1 or 2 that I've seen.
You got it.
I can see their
Xander's,
faces.
I'll
Their
let you
names are
deal
just
with
like
the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to
gone.
us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
The third son of the family.
Let's
Hey.
get some food in us and then we'll... Woo!
Woo!
Where did you come from?
I tell you, but I'd have to be
Well,
graphic about it.
As you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
That's his name. I remember one of them.
Hey, what's with the silence?
I think it was Cameron Ossing. He spent an entire year directing We Are the World cover in television production. And they went ham on that thing. I don't know how long it took them to edit and record it all together. I tell you, then I have to Minecraft.
You
All I know
never
is it
think
took the
things through before
entire
asking
semester.
questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Paimon, that's all you're good at doing. Food, money, and ugly nicknames. And the occasional spout of wisdom and knowledge. So I guess 4 things. You're good at 4 things.
There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Well, of course.
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere. Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Haytham. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you're all talk.
You're all smack and no whack.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts.
I mean, the man's not wrong.
Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But, before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Of course he did.
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
You look like a fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Which was a lie.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
Good idea. Let's kick down the door and get some information out of her. That's how to calmly talk to people, right? Break down the doors. Invade their homes. Don't mind me, just grabbing this waypoint because it's bugging me that I haven't picked up. How? Delicious waypoints. No. It was him! He was the one. Oh no. Oh no. Ah! He started it all.
More speed.
Please, King Duckshret, please. No more harassment. Tell the ISPs to leave. I knew something was wrong when my stamina was going down, but I was doing nothing. Well, that's pretty cool, though. Oh, your kitty friend hasn't come back. That's okay. Where is this? Where is above? Oh. Pfft.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
It's okay.
Mr.
They're friends.
Arhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Hammer.
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
I think my
Is it
really
that simple?
I think my first character was a dwarf priest.
May I call you Traveler?
I don't remember what I call them though. Yeah, I don't remember what I call them.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says.
Each blade for
I know
each
you two are
person he's
friends.
taken,
That's
whose
why I'm
life
willing
he's
to talk to
taken.
you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah, we came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation.
We're residents of all the
Even
nations.
so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we
Got
want
daggers in his
them.
boots, on his legs,
to stay here for a while.
on his elbows, in his shirt, on his shirt. Dirge Hammer.
I want
The
to
man
trust
of
you.
19
My
blades.
apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Here we are. Information, please, Gibby.
It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side.
One for
neither
each
side would
creature
want
type.
me.
And then the magic evil sword that spoke in evil French. Oh!
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors.
Oh!
Anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave.
I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened.
If I keep you,
The
people will be
village keepers
safe.
who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure she'll keep your secret.
No, I won't. I'm gonna tell everyone.
Alright. I'll
They
tell
don't
you
know
what
me.
I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
Paimon, there's no such thing.
I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always
The holy
carries
pure and the
very
holy
loud
chucker.
emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, let's go!
For the pounds were packed back on. Husting gnomes! We're their holy avengers! Oh, a little sightseeing thing. Don't mind if I do. Ho-ho. Oh, I need Dendro for...
Odds reveal.
Beg for mercy.
I remember I need Dendro for this part. At least I think I remember needing Dendro. That's...
Is this the place? Oh, it's in terrible shape.
If I do, it's alright.
Everywhere.
Empty and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
Oh, yep, there it is.
Monsters, watch out!
It's kicking off! Dragon God of Time.
Hang in there.
I hear Dragon God of Time and my brain starts twitching a little. Thinking back to my own campaign. I played in. Like, oh no. Was it a girl dragon?
By royal decree.
Oh, you big one.
Crush. Blood of frost. Eye for an eye.
Oh, dang.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
It's not the same dragon. Woo!
Shudder.
Let's keep going, team. Odds reveal thyself.
Beg for mercy. Freeze to the core. Crush.
Take that, big boy.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected. Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or,
What?
you know, something like that.
Paimon. Really?
serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
I normally stay on my B game.
This is the one.
Oh, thanks, Alhaitham. You play Paladin that way, huh? Keeping your oath.
Let's go in and
Oath
take a look.
schmoath. As long as you're not evil. And even then, it won't matter.
We haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
Nap time for Alhaitham.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Okay, sure.
The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya.
Paimon trying to read about velocity and physics.
How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
Yeah, Paimon, read a book. And become learned. Spread your wings.
Hey, what good is that gonna do for you? You're acting like one of those annoying grown-ups who go around nagging people to focus on their studies.
More money you can earn to support me.
Hey, what gives? Shouldn't you be the one providing for Paimon? Oh, right. Okay, then. Thank you for working so hard and earning so much more. If it weren't for you, Paimon would probably still be floating around in the ocean somewhere. Thank you.
Aw. You're welcome. You're welcome, Paimon. He was corrupt!
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
You had a corrupt paladin. A corruptedin.
What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Hear that sound? It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound
That
coming
direction.
from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here. As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Yeah, we gotta find all the goodies in here. Make it worth our while. Nom 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 nom. Okay. Find the other monuments. What do they look like? What do they taste like? Where are they? Monuments. Where are you? There's one.
Windblade.
These foolish animals.
Who's lighting cover fire? Now's your chance.
Shudder. More speed.
Oh, I do need Dendro. Heck. Fine, call it.
Everything's ready. Let's go.
Come here. Boomerang.
Engaging.
You silly mushroom people, you think you can get away with just coming on in and trying to bonk me while I'm trying to do stuff? How dare you?
Shudder.
That guy rammed me. Oh, you had friends.
Neutralizing threats. Leave the wounded to me.
Windblade.
Rack and ruin. Vengeance will be mine.
These foolish fools. Who are they fooling? And let's switch that team on around, shall we?
The threads of your fate lie.
Hello, goodies. Delicious goodies. It must be Wednesday, my dude. The rest of the week is not filled out.
Look, there's someone over there. Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Ooga booga booga.
Wait. You're...
But it was a necessary evil. Totally.
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
People.
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical.
The anti-paladin.
Living proof.
The Death Knight.
Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Orient.
Gotta beat up the mean paladin,
Don't you think his
otherwise you
symptoms
won't get
look
your
familiar?
powers back, teehee.
unfortunate. They're acting the same way.
Animalistic and
Correct.
weird.
The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale.
Is it? Spell it out for me,
The
Dendro
academia
Daddy.
spread
Spell
a
it out.
false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia.
All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto King Deshret's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's
how you got
death
that sword then?
years ago.
Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises.
Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret,
and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question.
Was that
Wasn't it
Paimon?
the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be
nice sword.
into
Yeah,
knowledge
thanks.
capsules.
Oh gosh, it talks.
Extracted? You mean, canned knowledge comes from
My
people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible.
My PC currently has an elven glaive that had a queen in it, and they ripped the queen on out, and the only reason why they kept the queen on in there is because she had the power to... Anything she said came true, like, oh, it's going to ring chocolate, it'll start ringing chocolate. And apparently they were the queen of the land, the rest of their family was killed, but they couldn't kill her because she said, you can't get me, I'm immortal. So what they did instead, they were like, well, if we can't kill you, we'll just imprison you in this glaive here for all eternity. So yeah, let that out of the weapon. And now she's chasing butterflies with one of the other characters in my group.
Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when no one is watching them.
So...
Yeah, well, my PC's the daughter of one of the leaders of Heck.
Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
I'm the
Well,
Academia scribe,
daughter.
after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But
it's
something
weird.
went wrong in the process.
Adopted, yeah.
Perhaps his curiosity got the better of him.
Adopted.
And he used
Yeah, adopted's more like it.
Paimon's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
You're now my daughter. Here, have a book so we can chat to one another. I can send you funny pictures. No, I'm not.
The look on your face
King
tells me
Duckshred,
you've
do
realized the
something
answer.
about it. Oh, sorry. Quack, 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 quack.
That's right.
I have a theory about that.
To some scholars,
I have a theory.
gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting
But
keen
there's a
knowledge
key
is
piece
just
of
one the
information to
few
really
measures they turn to.
get that theory
However,
off the ground.
I can't help but wonder, What do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The academia
Actually, two pieces of information.
Their way to look for forbidden knowledge. But what is their ultimate
Don't
goal?
you give me that face.
I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems
yeah, she
like
only
my
knows
way
of two
of thinking
things.
is too different from theirs.
Her real father was quite the ladies' man, and they were a very powerful adventurer. The only thing she needs to know is, like, when did they die, and if they knew magic. That's it. She can put the pieces from there.
Slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people
A
as if they were
weird thing?
lifeless
What do you mean, a
objects?
weird thing?
If this is the direction of academic progress, then the academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules.
Of course.
Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Sounds like it must have been a fun night.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're their weirdo.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out.
The odd duck.
Uniqueness is also an
just
asset,
like our
is it not?
duck.
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
Yes. It burned the entire time, but it just felt so right.
He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us.
And not only that, I
But
really
what's
should
our
get
next
myself
step after
checked
we
out
return
kind
to
of
our
burning. It
village?
was... Oh. My goodness. But I know, none from the children. Where even am I? There's nothing sparkly in that room. I am looking for a key. Where is the key? Oh! Well, it could be worse. Could be part demon, part dragon. Part where the heck else was in that concoction. Oh yeah, just wear a mask. Or a really cool hood. A luchador mask. The luchador paladin. A luchaladin. Well, I didn't mean to climb that. There really... Did I nab a key and just not notice? No. Okay. I know there's a key down here. I think I'm just missing it. I thought it was in one of the, like, the pots here. I'll ask my angel friend. They might know. Hey, how you doing? Heck, stop. There we go. Maybe there isn't a key? Okay. It's entirely possible I am literally just blind. Or it's somewhere else. So I thought there was a key that went to that, but... Huh. Weird. Oh well. Not part of the main quest, we can move on. Homebrew! Where everyone's dreams come to life. Homebrew.
We're back!
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
Glug, glug, glug. Water! What are you up to?
Who's this?
This grandpa?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
Oh.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar hospital served
It closed.
as the
I think it's
site
resetting in
for
8
extracting
hours.
divine cant knowledge.
That means the new Spiral Abyss is coming out tomorrow
Their
or
plan must have been
Monday, one of the
implemented at some
two.
point before we arrived at Aru village.
That
Since
means
divine cant knowledge has been in
characters
circulation
are
for a
switching
while
out for the banners.
Yet, they
If I
fled
remember
once we were
correctly.
headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail.
Oh, don't worry. That part of the Spiral Abyss doesn't reset.
Yeah.
Anything past floor 8 and above resets.
We may have a mole.
Everything beforehand doesn't.
One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the academia.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Gotcha.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical
Nice.
inference. I have my
Nice healthy mouth gems from there.
So what you're saying is, Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the
Monomancer?
most suspicious one
Yeah,
out of them,
Monomancer.
since you were always acting alone.
Monochrono? Monochromancer?
You
What the?
have a point, but I realized
What does that
something as
do?
we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can
Monochromatic.
take action against someone, you are required to have all the
That
facts
sounds
available,
about right.
including the less than savory details. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The academia is monitoring me?
Of course
It's
they are.
not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge
You'll
capsules.
go on my shoulder.
I remember seeing the thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation.
It can do beep boop so it
The
can
Akasha's
figure out what you're
algorithms
doing.
are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The Academia has been watching you longer
It beeped
than
your
you
every
think.
bop.
However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions
And then
were
it booped your
well-founded.
every beep.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the Academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
Oh, I sneezed. Ugh.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety.
I imagine that
after danger
D4 will get
passes.
stronger over time.
Oh, so that's how it is.
Kind of like a rogue sneak attack will increase over time.
Academia is trying to avoid Sino.
Or cantrips, for example.
Place would be.
But yeah, it's like a mixture of, oh, what's that warlock subclass? Like a celestial warlock and... Yeah, it's literally just smushing celestial warlock and any other warlock. Yeah. That yeah, now that you mention it, there are some that are similar to that.
Yep, that's right.
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
Looks over at Enraged Defender. Yeah, there you are, bud. Benefits from switching stances.
I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him! Please, wait! I want to go too!
Ah, Nezra. Yeah, you're right. Okay, heal and deal
so.
damage.
You have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Alright, we'll take the kid.
Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you. Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
Yeah, Dia walked out. Did you all not notice? Oh, that is the exit. I thought I was trapped forever. Oh yeah, I wanted to check when that reset. Oh. Huh. Alright, I'll take a little look at it in a sec here. Oh, it does. Oh, okay. So is that, that portion of the spiral abyss? I thought it was resetting because the wishes were resetting. Weird. Oh, no. Yeah, I'll have to look through that later on. Anytime I see a link from D&D Wiki, I get shivers down my spine. I've seen some real humdingers, let me put it that way. Digging through there a little bit. Looking for inspiration, and oh boy, there are some real, overpowered things there. Also, these are nuts, apparently. These are big freaking nuts.
More speed.
Agelanok nuts. Yeah. It's either really good or absolute jokes or overpowered. Nothing settled on one thing or another.
So, where do we go from
It's all over the place. Just a matter of like researching it and actually reading into it. Be like, is that balanced?
After
Okay.
leaving the village, we should head straight towards
How
the
much
desert.
damage am I doing a turn? Alright.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Alright, then where are we going?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
Something that's reasonable.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
Yeah, the only thing I really use it for is inspiration, getting ideas for like abilities and whatnot. But other than that, I try not to take anything from it.
We have to dig it out? Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
Grab it. Balance. Done.
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device, something akin to a headset.
Nice crown.
Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
You're kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what? Grandpa, I hope you're okay. Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Totally.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must
That better
have
be all you
prior to
do.
the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
But running on sand is so tiring. But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon?
Yeah, Paimon.
Is flying over sand tiring too? Of course it is!
So there's no hooks up there I could get to. Okay.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
For a full minute.
You have really good ears.
You're stuck in it
Don't get any
forever.
closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting.
I hear.
Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you... Dia! Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
This feature is broken. Can I obliterate
You'd
it?
help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well,
Dia?
look who's here. Ain't that something?
Traitor.
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village.
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew.
Motley
Speak for
Crew is
yourself.
right.
I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
That too.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman.
You gotta
You of all
have
people should know
fun.
that.
Otherwise, it ain't worth it.
What's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick,
She
nothing
told
can deter
Paimon
us
to
from the
shut it.
grand mission of resurrecting King
Damn.
Deshret. Once our Lord
No one
of
tells
Gold
Paimon to
returns
shut it.
this
Only
land,
Paimon can tell
we will have
Paimon to
a
shut
new
it.
beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's
We all
not
know
gonna
it.
happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must
I'm in that
be
weird
willing
boat where
to
I
give
don't mind
it
being either ship.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Like, on one end, it's like I want to be overpowered and strong, but also at the same time, I want to build up to it. So I'm in that weird mode of like, I want to be strong, but also I gotta work for it. I gotta build it. Yeah, I'm in the stories. Stories and fun mechanics and balance and whatnot.
for this day to come.
Or as a
The sun and the moon no
fun
longer shine.
combat is definitely good too.
All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play
Yeah,
against
storytelling,
the academia.
fun combat.
What these scholars
Oh
do
no,
not
yeah.
will
I still gotta pick that.
academia's
I still gotta
forces
figure out who
beyond
picking
the
for the
wall
nightmare
of
fight
Sumeru.
for that day.
Ridiculous. Think
I think the
about it.
last thing I
The
have to do
academia
before
controls the entirety of
so that
Sumeru.
Celeste is
Your
ready.
powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking
I
these
think.
two men. They're also against the academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevada have to say? Filthy traitors.
Oh.
Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed
Bonk
King
the closest living creature.
We
Do it.
desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
Fill him up so he can
It's
see who we
impossible
are.
to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Hostile. I'll show you
Do
hostile.
you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Uh-huh.
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
That's
Think you
true.
can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in King Deshret, and the same applies to the academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the academia's way of doing things?
Oh.
You academia.
There's only one
scum.
way we can kill this boss.
Every
Stabs
last
you in the
one
back.
of you is
Run!
nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side
Get
of
him,
that
demon
wall.
boy! Get
I
him!
made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Not so fast.
Yeah, we killed the boss. Oh no, he's
Stand
coming for
by
us.
everything you just said.
Shit! Knock him
I
out!
never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers
Hey, if they're
of the
fine with
Dendro
it, then
Archon
yeah,
at their
go for it.
word, but
As
what
long as
about me?
everyone at the
Do you
table knows
trust
what
me?
could happen.
We've known each other for years. Of course
Knows repercussions of it, and they have no
In that
right to
case,
complain about it
I'm willing
later.
to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. The mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
Yeah, he's just a big ol' meanie.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
Do it, loser.
No. Dia, what are you gonna do? Think of something!
I'm thinking.
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Time stood still.
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Damn, she was badass. Cut off my arm, do it. I'll show you I'm serious.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your mind? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
She's so nonchalant about it. I'll just use my left arm then. No worries. Please don't say I'll be worried about you.
Okay,
Ooh,
I'm sorry.
I'll be worried about
But sometimes
Mom.
when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
Sure.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Madness.
Why does it feel like he's using
Chaos.
his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
Just take it away. You'll be in... I don't want my whole arm. It'll taste better if it's all together.
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
Y-M-C. I don't know how to do the A. 6 a.m. Boop. Your shoulder is still injured from that long ago, dude. The heck? Hey, I'm just glad the worst thing I ever had happen to me was a broken collarbone. And I'd be glad to never repeat that. Ugh. Dang.
You're all here so early.
Well, it is
Looks
6
like we have
a.m.
everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a
Yo,
safe
yo.
distance.
Hello there, darling.
I
How are
won't
thou
be able to
doing?
bring Grandpa home.
Okay, let's go then.
Dia, wait.
We're enjoying some story and
What's the
talking about
matter?
arms and shoulders.
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood? Or I'll be very upset with you.
Yes, don't get your arm chopped off, dear.
Fine.
Listen to your older sister. What the heck? Why? What? Oh, no. Well, that's a bit of a trek. Okay. On the road again it is. On the road again.
Time to scout.
Maybe I can use this to be on the road again. Maybe. There's no how to walk. Oh, as we look off in the distance, you see the majestic hay bales? Why am I calling them hay bales? Fuck. Nom 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 nom. I got my hidden achievement. I'm out of here. Run! Tumbleweed. Not hay bale, tumbleweed. Herb dirt, my brain is good. Trust me. Nom nom. Silly scarab. I know I don't have Cyno, but hey, you know what? It's not gonna stop me from picking up materials. Any little material can help, even if I can't use them. Yet. Nom nom nom. My goodness. Yeah, I should pick up that waypoint before I dip on around. Does it like fall off here? It does. Currently working on story. We're on part 4? Yeah, we're on part 4 of the Sumeru story. I'm off to get that waypoint and then going to the next destination for the quest. Our goal is to get as caught up as we can for the story so that we can be ready for Fontaine. And then when that's all said and done, more than likely, because I haven't touched it, going to go do the event for the summer event. But we gotta get through all the juicy story first. Or at least that's how I'm doing it. I know that you could do the quick start to get going on it, but I want to make sure I'm good with the story. There's plenty of time to do it. The summer event, I should say. We have the whole patch to work on it. So I'm in no rush. Nom 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 nom. Do I have enough Primo Gems to convert? No, I don't. Okay. I can't convert them yet. That tumbleweed stole a bird egg. The heck? Pretty sure I can't get that oculi.
Huh. They got here before us.
Yeah, they got up at 5. We got up at 6, dude. What do you expect?
And held everyone up?
There's that too, Paimon.
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
He's the only one we got left. The rest got murdered, taken.
Why is there only one of them?
Huh, caught myself.
Ramon, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a 1-for-1 exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've...
Your face is a huge compromise.
You stay right there!
You beeped your last boop. Cutscene. You made her upset.
Boy, what do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here?
You know, if I close my eyes, I won't be able to see it.
Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Earthquake!
Grandpa protocol initiating. Protecting child. Well, heck.
Paimon's dizzy.
Is everyone okie dokie?
This day's going just great.
What a nuisance.
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body.
Told you. Finally believe me, nerd.
The present one.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no. He's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
Did there used to be a temple here?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to King Deshret's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time, the sandstorms completely buried it, and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise King Deshret!
Praise King
Doing here?
Duckshret.
And his men too?
It's Duckshret. You gotta say it
He
right.
must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
Let's all agree to go take a look.
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of King Deshret's civilization appear.
Seems
Two major
sus
deities
to
are vying to
me.
showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
Paimon thought you weren't interested in gods.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being. Or creature, you could say. New discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. King Deshret will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
I'm going in. Hear that? We're desert raiders. Listen. Oh, cool. It's a little mini dungeon. Of all the things to expect, I did not expect a dungeon.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside. Yet, it flows with energy inside.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Raman.
Huh? Me?
Yeah, you.
Do you see another Raman here?
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want. But there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from King Deshret's civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kinda strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
Dungeon puzzle time! Woo! Oh, what the heck we have here? I gotta turn those. We'll be able to open the door. Are there any hints, tips, or whatnot? No, okay. Hi. Look at the hall and look for his guidance. Puzzles. Blah blah blah. Oh heck. Alright. Maybe. Well, if I don't find any. Oh, it lights up. Oh, it lights up. Oh, okay. Light your way. Duh. There we go. That was the clue. Light your way. Winner, winner. Is that it? Oh, they... F. Alright. That one turns that one, right? What does this one turn? That one turns itself. Alright. There we go. Heck. Puzzles. Pretty. Wow. Oh. Mushrooms.
By royal decree, prepare to be blown away.
Shudder.
Eye for an eye.
Was not expecting Sunsetia and Radish to pop out of that. Oh. They're keeping a treasure chest hostage. I need to stop them. Oh my goodness.
Wings of darkness. Come, sever night from.
Now's our chance. Dividing.
Ouchie. Where'd that one come from?
I condemn you.
Yeah, upgrading weapons definitely definitely helped. Take those goodies, thank you. Oh. Sneaky.
More speed.
What? All that for some.
More speed. More speed.
I know, right? The greatest treasure along the way was the food that we found. It's not the friends, it's the food. Oh, more little guys. Well, I didn't want the tornado to go that way, but hey, here we are.
Beg for mercy.
Oh, there it is. Keep an eye out for any hidden goodies.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Let's keep going, team. Final warning.
Shudder. for mercy.
These little guys are rambunctious.
Eye for an eye.
Just trying to do my charge attack, please.
Vengeance will be mine. Crush.
Look at it. Anyways. After 6 days, finally the priest's parlor tricks, the elevator will descend to the ground and get on top of it. But oh, that's right. Genius. That's why the spine was here. Okay.
More speed.
Wait, did I mess up? I didn't think that through. I get squished. No. Oh. Upset noises. That's no fun. I want to be smushed. Alright, so activate the elevator. And get on top. And then what? Okay. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Can I bring it back down if I do that? Oh, I can. I gotta be missing something. I probably could. I should be able to now, shouldn't I? I mean, what's the point? Oh, okay. Hold up. Oh, I need it. Okay. How now, brown cow? I need to be on the top. Before. Oh, I know what to do. Oh, okay. Hold up. So, we'll hit that. Let it go down. And then we hit it again. Make it go back up. There we go. Ah! People! I wasn't ready for people!
Beg for mercy.
Dig! Flying mushrooms!
Crush.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
I'm a genius.
Leave the wounded to me.
None the slightest.
Precision strike.
I got those, so I'm fine with that. I feel like I'm. Oh my goodness.
Rack and ruin.
Ah, more of these. Let's see. Any just hanging around before I. Okay, no. Yeah. Oh, they're already moving. Oh, okay. So just make it stop when it hits the one that it's supposed to. Okay, when this one's on, which one's turn? Those two turn. Okay. So when this one's on. Oh, heck, okay. Whoops, I solved it. I'm not even sure if that was the solution, but hey, did it. I mean, yeah, if it works, it works. Ooh, pretty.
Now that's a sight to see. King Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Oh, what the heck?
That's what I call divine providence of King Deshret.
Okay, this place is freaking cool. Oh no. Oh, okay. Just sealing up the cracks. Oh, pretty.
It's getting brighter. Oh, it looks so beautiful.
Wow. Cool, dude. You know it's important when all the UI is gone and you can't sprint.
Wait. What's that?
What's what?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
A tomb.
These are King Deshret runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient King Deshret script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
What the heck?
He's not serious, right?
That sounds like a...
There's still something
Record
off
now!
about this place.
Ducky!
The elemental energy here is
King
too
Deshret has
concentrated.
fallen!
The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Is this it?
Analyzing.
What?
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent.
There we go.
There's a
Not
device
quite in
from
view,
King
but...
Deshret's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information
Come on,
over and
come
project
on,
it for everyone to see.
it's gonna have to hang on my shoulder then.
The Academia's
There you go, bud.
Yes.
Okay, never
However,
mind.
Under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand
Doesn't
after
want to go
watching
back. I think the mic tilted just enough. Oh, cutscene.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Ruka Devata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
What was that?
What was that?
The priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Take that, you
Greater
fool.
Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and King Deshret were never enemies at all.
They were buddies.
But this doesn't make any sense. The Dendro Archon's followers, they're clearly...
Was that the former Dendro Archon? She became so tiny in the end.
He became super tiny.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt King Deshret's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The surviving followers of King Deshret all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refuse to believe any of the rumors. King Deshret's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization.
Yeah.
It was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans. Fighting, feuding, double-crossing each other to survive in the desert.
In the desert.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking revenge, suddenly now my enemy is my savior?
Ramon, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, tell me, my Eremites and I, what are we even fighting for?
What are we even doing? What's happening? Everything's on fire.
Hey, how you doing?
Horrible.
I'll live. Thanks. I should probably go. Can't just stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask.
I think as soon as we finish up
I
this
feel deeply
cutscene,
ashamed
we'll be
of
wrapped
everything
up for the
I've
night. Just about 10 o'clock.
You'll get everything you're asking for. But please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it to the others.
It's not gonna be easy.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. Dia, this is where our camp's located. Make a note of it.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow, I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side.
Sounds good, dude.
And I'll return every last one of your your village keepers. We'll share our other resources with you too.
Woo! Ally acquired.
You seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yeah, those little
Yes.
grumps.
The gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible for all this that need to face the consequences of their actions.
That must have been rough. But he seems to have figured things out now.
Ramon's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in King Deshret. But now that that's changed, I guess we have a few more people on our side.
The outcome, at least, is favorable.
We should get going too. Let's head back, have a proper meal, and a nice, long sleep. We'll need all our energy tomorrow.
For real, for real.
Hmm.
We're leaving!
Stop yelling.
I think that's the second time someone yelled that pine button. Alright, cool. Get our butts out of here. Take a butt and move it somewhere else. Go to the Airman hideout. Not right now. We need to go and wrap up. We made good progress. I think tomorrow we'll be able to finish Sumeru. Nice. Like, we're almost done with this part of the quest. That's how close we are.
Excellent. If we head to higher ground, we can do it.
So that means tomorrow we'll finish up Sumeru, do our daily stuff as usual, start doing all those side quests, and then I think Monday, at the very least, we'll start the event stuff. Yeah. But for now, I'm done for the night. I'm not going to bed, but I'm done for the night. Y'all can't stay here, but go somewhere else. Have a good one. Mwah.